Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat and welcome to another edition of Kapehan sa Davao here at the second floor of SMCT Annex, SMCT Davao. We'd like to thank again SMCT Davao for hosting our weekly Kapehan and also to Krispy Kreme for the delicious donuts and coffee. Our topics for this morning, National Women's Month, and we have DSWD community-based services. And ang ating new minimum wage rate for private sector workers diri sa Davao Region. We are joined by our friends from DSWD 11 and also no less than my classmate, Regional Director of DOLE 11, Attorney Randolph Pecsoy, to talk about the new wage rate or increase. And from the DSWD, we have suki na rin natin sa media, no, sa ating kapehan, si Ma'am Sherlyn S. Concubierta, Women Focal of DSWD 11, and Ma'am Rose Ann Cordoves, the HDW social worker, DSWD 11. To start our press conference, we'd like to get the opening statement. We start with RD Pecsoy.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for these occasions and inviting us from the PIA, my classmate Rudolph, and all our partners in the media. Here present, also the DSWD. And this platform, we would like to inform that with this kind of engagement, we can facilitate, inform any wage adjustment, particularly in the Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board, Commission 11, for the wage adjustment here in Davao Region for the private sector, the non-agri and agri, and also the domestic workers in our region.
Good morning, everyone. So, thank you for this opportunity in inviting one of the shelters managed by the DSWD Region 11, the Home for Girls and Women. I'm here, to share the programs and services and the activities that will be conducted in line with the Women's Month celebration. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So, as the representative also of the DSWD, we would like to share the DSWD programs and services, activities in line with the National Women's Month, and also the accomplishment of the calendar year 2025 with regards of the gender-based violence. I would like to share the data from the IGPT since the IGPT has the activities been booked, so that I will be share the data with regards of the gender-based violence also. Thank you.
Okay, before we go down sa ating celebration sa Women's Month and also sa Home for Girls, women. Asan yung, okay, before that, can you explain asan yung HDW? What is this?
So, the DSWD Home for Girls and Women is one of the 5 residential care facilities managed by our Region 11, no? Home for Girls and Women is located at Maa, Davao City. We cater children, particularly women and girls needing special protection, no? Those who are in especially difficult circumstances, no? Particularly those who were survivors of abuse, neglect, exploitation, and other situations that needs protection from the community.
Itong balay kasamaan, is it, di ba may other names na, or yan na talaga kanina?
The Home for Girls and Women is before named as Substitute Home Care for Women and the Group Home for Girls. Now, we are merged as one na po.
Okay. We to the pressing topic, no, wage increase, RD, magkano, and by tranches ba to siya?
Again, thank you very much, classmate Rudolph. New development in our region, the Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board 11 has already issued a new wage adjustment or wage order for this year. Now we have a wage order RB 11-24 with an adjustment of 30 pesos for the non-agri and 20 pesos for the agri. Now, how it can be implemented? The publication started for the wage adjustment on February 25. And then 15 days after that, it is mandated by law. So the effectivity of the wage order number 11-24 shall take effect on March 13. Consider that it is by tranches, so the first tranche for the non-agri would take effect on March 13 with an additional adjustment or additional pay for the non-agri of 510 pesos plus 15. We have a new wage adjustment of 525. The second tranche would be the full implementation of the wage order RB 11-24 would be on September 1. So after September 1, on September 1, we have a new wage of a minimum wage in the region for 540. Now, for the agriculture, the same by tranches, effectivity in March 13, and the full implementation on September 1. But the adjustment or the additional pay only for 20 pesos. So 10 pesos additional for 505 plus 10 pesos on March 13, the agriculture will receive a 510 pesos. And on September 1, the full implementation of RB 11-24 for agri sector would be 525. Now, we talk about the domestic workers adjustment or order. RB 11 domestic workers -04 giving additional 500 pesos for the first class and chartered cities and 1,500 for the other municipalities. But the board decided that we have to eliminate or to consider that there must be no distinction between the first class chartered cities and municipalities. So across the region, we have a new minimum wage order for the domestic law or domestic workers, 6,500 without any distinction.
Domestic workers, ito yung kasambahay.
Sorry po. Yeah, that's correct. Sambay pala, kasambay. O kauban nato sa panimalay nga nitabang sa ato ang mga trabaho.
Okay. Yung sa mga consultations, these were held, no? Yung sa mga, before this, may mga consultations po tayong ginawa. I remember, no?
Yeah, that's correct. Before we have the adjustment, the consultation for the wage adjustment or for the deliberation of any wage adjustment was conducted last year. It started on October, and then the full consultations was in the month of November, the whole month of December, including the month of January and February. So the consultations started last year. We started with our discussions asking any data from our partner agencies or agencies like the Department of Agriculture, Department of Energy, the DTI, and NEDA. Those who are involved with any food productions or in concerns with economic situations, we consulted them. So the board decided to have a public hearing on February 13. And then after February 13, the board, after that, we have a deliberations for many days. Then the board unanimously decided to have a wage adjustment for 30 pesos for the non-agri and 20 pesos for the agricultural sectors, and for the domestic workers o kasambahay, we have a minimum wage of 6,500 across all the region.
Yung, is it also the other RTB, yung regional tripartite wages board sa buong region, other regions also meron din sila increase? And kailan gani yung last natin na increase? Anong year yun? 2020?
In our region, actually we have our wage adjustment for this current, because we still have the current implementations of RB 11 RB 11-23. Yung -23 natin na Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board adjustment took effect last March 7. So nag-anniversary siya ngayong March 7. So March 7 of 2025. So the anniversary still on March 7 of 26.
Then we go to Ma'am Charlene and Ma'am Rose. Ma'am Charlene, ano yung sa DSWD, ano yung ating mga events, programs para sa celebration ng Women's Month. And Ma'am Rose, ilan po yung ating mga beneficiary sa ating shelter, and ano yung programa natin na makapacitate sila?
Sige po. So, the activities of the National Women's Month. So, this is a month-long celebration. No? By the way, Happy Women's Month to all women out there. To all empowered kawana. So, Happy Women's Month. So, ngayon, ang ating celebration or activities for this entire month. So, this month, today, March 2, we kick off the National Women's Month. And we have the parade or march or foot parade on March 6. So we encourage everyone, all women, to join. No, so ang ang assembly is starting is sa Freedom Park, and dito program natay short program sa Rizal Park on March 6. 6 a.m. po ang ating assembly time. And of course, on March 18, the DSWD have a information drive para po sa mga kalalakihan and kababaihan po regarding sa gender-based violence laws and DSWD Code. And also, on March 19 to 20, mag-roll out din po ang ating mga resource person when it comes sa kaning gender-based violence laws and DSWD Code at Malita, Davao Occidental. And to culminate the National Women's Month, so that will be on March 30, 2026. So, the DSWD have also simultaneous activities. So, lahi may og kanang simultaneous activities sa entire DSWD. Lahi po na po yung mga activities po sa centers like for sa HDW na po sila series of activities. So, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so for the Home for Girls and Women, we have now still at the center, active cases of 78 children, particularly girls and women who were survivors of different circumstances such as gender-based violence-related cases, sexual abuse, psychological abuse, emotional, and we also cater who were victims of circumstances, particularly our child or children in conflict with the laws, no? So, katong mga babae na mga CICL nato nga ginatawag. And other than that, no, we also have survivors of exploitation, those who are also child at risk, we also cater. And the programs and services that we provide is a holistic home care together with the case management of the social workers. No, the Home for Girls and Women composed of multidisciplinary teams. We have home life services, our house parents that provide substitute parental care. So they serve as the parents of our residents who are temporarily sheltered in our care. We also have social workers. I am one of the social workers. We have our psychologists for the psychological services. We also have our nurses and our partner doctor in the medical field, and our education, focal, ensuring that education still continues while they are in the temporary shelter. And we also partner with our TESDA in providing skills training to those women who we aim to capacitate, that as they go out of the center, they are ready and they can be independent, as they reintegrate into our community. And allow me also to share that just this morning, we also have our kick-off activity in line with our Women's Month celebration, and we have various of activities inside our shelter to celebrate this Women's Month celebration. That's all.
Thank you. Questions are open the floor to questions from friends on media. Hello.
Yes, good morning. Unahon sa nako, Ma'am Sherlyn, to clarify, March 6, nganong dili Sunday, March 8?
Yes, sa interagency of violence against women TWG, or the Technical Working Group, decided that the International Day of Women will be conducted on March 6 instead of March 8, since March 8 originally the International Day of Women. So that TWG or the Ayak Bausi, TWG, decided na i-March 6 na lang, Friday, para daghang mga participants or women, employees, tanan mga kababayan na maka-attend ang adlaw.
Okay, naandan naman good nga every year, March 8, but of course, nabago naman po ang date. Pero, Ma'am Sherlyn, to ask, no, what's the importance, Bragyod, katong makitambayayong, makigsalmot, aning maong marcha para sa atong mga kabainhan for Women's Day and Women's Month?
Yes, actually, the program ana is after the parade, nakuha naman ginato nga naanta naman ginato nga naagitay march or foot parade sa mga kababainhan. And ay mga klase-klaseng mga participants ana from the NGAs, NGOs, and the CSOs of other food from the barangay na women, no? So, kana siya, naandan kita siya. And our programs on that is, nagitay mga short lang, very short lang sa Rizal Park. And then, for the program na final, wala pa nakasend sa mo ang ang kanamang na activity is spearheaded by the IGDD or the Integrated Gender and Development Division, and in partnership with the DOT or the Department of Tourism. So sila magud-ana ma-finalize po sa program karong March 6.
Okay. So, Attorney Pensoy RD, good morning to you. Kani mag-ask ako, although it is already been asked, pero again, how does it benefit katong sa first and second touch sa pagtaas sa maong wage hike sa tinatibok ang Davao Region o makabenepisyo po sa mga empleyadong nagatrabaho sa mga private sector?
Thank you very much, Carlo. Before we start, I ask Carlo, sige na ka mangutana, girl, kay gusto ba ka mangutana ba? Anyway, thank you very much for that question. And I thank also who give and sino yung very generous nagbigay ng office. Panington ta itong constituent. Kayo ba sa PIA? At narrate yun, Carlo. The question how it and can it benefit the private sector, yeah? The discussions of any wage adjustment is a discussion of a collegial body by the employer and the labor sectors. And out of the discussions, we are always on the benefit of the labor and the management. If you speak of any benefits to the labor, our region, by numbers, there are directly benefiting the minimum wage adjustment estimated 66,772 minimum wage earners. You speak that for the minimum wage. Not discussion of any adjustment in relation to those who would be affected for any distortions. If you speak about the minimum wage in relation to the kasambahay, our region would directly benefit 64,111 domestic workers. So, by that numbers, thousands of our constituents in the region could benefit. And again, if it is private sectors, the implementation is by tranches. So the full implementation would be on September 1. But in the domestic workers, there is no tranche, but it should be implemented upon the effectivity on March 3.
Follow-up, Attorney, no, I don't know if you have the liberty to answer this question, pero sa datos sa 2025, are there nabay number of employers na naka-violate nga wala mahaong sa imo natong wage, minimum wage diri sa Davao Region?
Thank you again, Carlo, for that question. The mandate of DOLE is to monitor and to have this enforcement right in relation to any labor standards. And the labor standards is talking about minimum wage compliance and also the social benefits. With respect to that, inspection mandated by our labor inspectors of DOLE employee or DOLE personnel, there are some, but there is also a period of which they have to correct. So, naay nag-violate sa mga minimum wages, but they have given the chance to correct so that they would be compliant to the minimum wage of this current wage. This is RB 11-20-2023. So, in questions, if there is, but if there was any decisions of which a notice of reward, a notice of results, and it ripens into a decision, so far, wala siya there are those but still on appeal. But most of those have been under the compliance order by DOLE. Almost 100% are compliant. So may mga establishment until now, they are in the process of having it to be compliant. Hindi ko lang isabi yung mga kasi pending pa sa office. But to those who have been inspected, I would say almost 100%, those has been establishment inspected are compliance of the minimum wage. Because if you could not be compliant, there is also a new law that would somehow punish you for double indemnity, yung RA 8188. If you are not compliant of any salary adjustment, you are liable for a double indemnity without discounting that you can be also filed by an administrative case, civil, or criminal case. O kung sa Pinisaya pa, pwede ka ma-file ang administratibo, civil, o priso, o danyos.
Last na lang ang question na ko, RD, no, with regards katong for this year, na ba tayo target nga sa mga applicants for any scheduled job fairs for the entire 2026 o unsay na paglaom pod alang sa mga bagong trabahante nga ma-hire regardless kung asa man for this period.
Thank you very much. The questions is about our employment program, and I'm very proud to say that I'm also joined with my labor information officers, Marian Pastor Antarion and Mrs. Jen Antoveros. We have a job fair for construction sectors this coming March 27. Actually, it is a simultaneous job fair that can be conducted nationwide. And we don't know kung ang venue lang ang ipangita, but it's already discussed. Okay ba? Hindi pa no. So, March 27, yung natin sa yung construction sectors job fair. Pero mayroon pala tayo mga job fair sa iba-ibang lugar but it's not DOLE initiated. Yung mga sa Quezon siya. Yung sa March 17 sa Tagum City Mega Job Fair, and the location is a New City Hall, Apukon, Tagum, Davao del Norte. March 11, the 25th araw ng Panabo Job Fair, Panabo Multipurpose Tourism Cultural Sports Center at Panabo City, Davao del Norte. March 11, Peso Davao in partnership with the Office of Councilor Ocampo, SMCP Davao Annex. And on March 6, Peso Davao in partnership with Daniel Aguinaldo National High School, the cover court of the said National High School. March 4, Bulawan Job Fair and One-Stop Shop in Bulawan Food Court Area Capitol Grounds, Kabadian, Davao de Oro. And on March 4 again, Job Fair for graduating students for the SMCPI Immaculate Conception Hall, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. And the Servicio Totoo National Agency Job Fair, March 6, New City Hall Ground, Piña Plata, Samal, Igapos, Davao del Norte. And here also in CC Mall, Tagum City. Today, not here. Today, March 2, araw ng Tagum Job Fair in CC Mall, Tagum, Davao del Norte. So there are numbers of job fair that can be conducted this month, but it is initiated not by DOLE, but by our partner agency, PESO, and the local government.
Ay, padayon na akong pangutana kay attorney. Sir, balik na dito sa bagong minimum wage karon no. Bahala ka diyan. Anyways, attorney, Ongoing ba ito ang pagpahigaylo ka ng mga information dissemination on the implementation of this new daily wage?
Pangalan kayo doon.
Arman.
Yeah. Padayon gyapon ang ato ang kuan man. Ang ato ang dissemination kay ang effectivity niya March 13 pa man. So napagya po siya publication. It can be the Sunstar is the recognized chosen general circulations in the local. So nag-start tag February 25 and after publication of the general circulation which is Sunstar 15 days from that. So nanatay effectivity on March 13. But the disseminations and the publication of this wage adjustment, padayon gyapon ni siya. Even our office, even you can say it na mayroon na tayong wage adjustment.
So nagalibot-libot mo? Wala na pasabot attorney? Or
Pwede makaya po kay pwede man nato i-face to face ang atong van. Pwede ang atong mga inspectors, pwede ang atong mga field officers kaya they are already been informed. Ako na pong i-announce sila nga nanatay wage adjustment. Pwede na nila istorya o pwede po na istorya nila during any activities like kaning atong job fair or perhaps this forum, kaning atong engagement karon, pwede nato i-facilitate. It can be in our social media, in radios. There are also engagement in the radio stations and interviews. So in any platforms, padayon ang ato ang dissemination and information drive for this agenda.
katong mga nalibot ninyo attorney, na ba'y naibawan ninyo nga nagpatuman na despite nga March 13 pa implementation? Wala.
Ang ato ang wage adjustment, the effectivity is March 13. So far sa AMOA, wala kami naibalan. Pero it's good, it is not a violation if you give any adjustment as long that the employer is willing to pay, even if there is adjustment that would take effect on March 13. Wala man na siya prohibition. Ang prohibition lang, hindi ka muhatag of any adjustment. Where in fact, there is a new law order or new wage order that shall oblige you or mandate you for a minimum wage. Take note, minimum wage ang atong ipasabot. So, it is the floor selling wage. Pwede gani ang establishment o ang employer muhatag gani mas dako pa ni. Dili lang jud siya pwede nga below sa minimum wage. So, ang impangutana kung naanabay nakit-an sa among pagpasundayag o pagsuroy, wala pa may nakit-an pero dili na siya violation o prohibition na dili muhatag og dako or mopatuman na daan sa minimum wage.
So wala pa gid mo naglibot gid karon sir.
Kay kamo ang gingon sa imo nga ang kaning minimum wage adjustment gidirekta na namon ni sa mga field offices. So the field office is also mandated. The personnel of the field office of Dole, there are 6 field offices. They are mandated to disseminate, inform the public that there is a new wage order that shall take effect on March 13 for the minimum wage.
Davao City na ba ni siya sir or Tibok Davao region?
Tibok Davao region. So kung mayroon taog Davao region, included na ang 5 ka probinsya. Ang Davao del Sur, Davao Occidental, Davao de Oro, Davao Oriental, Davao del Norte, and the Davao City field office.
Mungutana ta ko to sir ba if napa mo yung mga nadawat karon since karon no kat pagtaas sa inflation nabay mga negosyante nga nagpaabot sa inyo nga medyo kansa ba nabay gamay extension. It's because tungod sa inflation taas po ang ilang operational cost.
May nga pangutana Arman. Ang kanang discussion about sa i-defer, the word is defer o hipungan o dili sa. During the public hearing, invited all the sectors, the management and the labor, and in fact, the government were there. Ang atong platform is physical and o hybrid siya, physical niya, online. Nag-attend po sa physical sa Grand Regal Hotel. During the discussion, dili ko gusto nga ang atong ubang mga labor management nga i-suspend or i-defer nga dili sa. Nakikiningon 3 years, 1 year. Pero kay naa may representation by board, nya dili man pwede nga ang ato ang discussion kay tanan. So, the law creates the Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board by reason of RA 6727, which is the Rationalization Wage Act. Ang mo-decide sa wage order, ang representation sa management o sa labor. So, after sa public hearing, na ay mga representante sa management abot sa libon. Isa gyapon ang discussion kay sila man ang representa. Kung pwede ba i-defer. But as to that discussion, sila kadlaw nga nag-discuss sa deliberations, nagkasabot sila nga ato na lang tagaan o adjustment ang ato ang dili sama sa kadako di pangayo pud sa labor nga 750 as minimum wage sa Davao Region. Ato na lang i-adjust nga makahaom po sa ubang mga management. Na pangutanan na po lain nimo nga nana ba may nadawat nga mo defer or if dili sa the omnibus wage law of the omnibus rule of the National Wage Productivity Commissions gives the privilege and the right of the management to file a petition. But the petition must be grounded on some grounds of nakabutang po sa Rationalization Wage Act sa RA 6727 o sa Omnibus Rule sa National Wage Productivity Commission kung mo-file ka og petition to suspend or to defer you from payment of any minimum wage.
Okay.
So naay ground siya. Wala pa man nooy ni file og petition kay wala pa man nag-take effect ang balaod. We are still on the current minimum wage of RB 11-2023. That's 23.
Okay, last na lang sa mga attorney. Usa ang inyong comment karon ng karon ipadali karon ni Speaker Boji D ang katong national katong uniform wage adjustment. Unsay inyong take ato?
Thank you. And again, the same questions that I had with my previous engagement and also my questions during our public hearing and some of the questions on the deliberations that if there is any wage adjustment created by Congress, which is the House of Representatives and Senate, we will abide by it. RTWPB, DOLE will abide and follow the law because RTWPB is also mandated and created by law, which is RA 6727. Pag naay balaod nga nabuhat, o kami mabuhat, amo asumsundon ng balaod. So kung naa naman siya ay legislative adjustment by reason of any legislative act, then we will follow the law. Ay, wala mi kabalo kung mo demolish ba or mo abolish or mo nullify or mo gitawag nato mo amend ba sa balaod sa RA 6727. So the word is we will abide and follow the law.
Okay, tanong nimo sir, unsay advantage ani if ever na uniform na no centralized na ang dili na magkwantong dili na RTWPB ang nagatakda sa kaning mga minimum wage.
To be honest with you, it is an advantage sa RTWPB. Dili man gud dali ang mag-decide og wage adjustment sa region kay imong i-konsulta natay consultation ay deliberation ay public hearing sa imong mga sectors. O nya lisod na sa mga board members mo na advantage. And kung mayroon ka unsa pay ubang advantage, siguro kung tanawon nato sa mga minimum wage earners, kung unsa may basihan sa legislative intent and intention, kung ingon sila ang minimum wage must be the same with the NCR. So all the constituents, minimum wage earners, pareha na sila o minimum wage sa NCR. That is another advantage. So to the sum of the effect, I would say it would benefit, but to some of the employers, dili po sila siguro considered as an advantage kay lahi man ang socio-economic and the purchasing power sa NCR o sa other regions. So naadyo na siya yung mga discussions with respect to any economic situations per particular region. So kung kana nga basihan na ay negative, apoy positive, and it's up to Congress how they would appreciate the discussion between the management and the labor in compliance with any wage adjustment by reason of a legislative act.
Okay, thank you, Atty. Sa DSWD, last na lang dito. Kay Ma'am Sherlyn or kay Ma'am Rose, Ma'am, kung saan ang focus na to karong Women's Month?
So our focus is to advocate, the gender equality and empowered women because through this, wala na di maabuso nga isa tawag ana nga mabiktima sa pangabuso no. So mao ginanga mo ang tumong ato agyo i-advocate ang gender equality and empowerment of women
Through unsa nga mga activities?
through advocacy campaigns like information drive on gender-based violence laws. So nami mga series of balaod ni Ana like the RA 11313 or the Safe Spaces Act and the RA 9262 or the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children and also the 9270 the Magna Carta of Women. Appeal ko na siya sa programa. So, mo na siya ang mga through that information drive ko.
Kung sa mo ba maghimo mo forum, ato mo
Yes,
forum?
yes. Mag-add to me per province. But this time, this month, since busy man jud kaayo ang March no sa DSWD, we decided to pilot this information drive sa Malita, Davao Occidental po.
Ano sa siya ma'am?
On March 19 to 20.
So mo na ang so ang kwan is magadto mo by province.
Yes.
Maghimo mo forum for this. Asa
For this activity po. So, ang amuang number one, ang amuang participants ana is the MOVE members or mga kalalakihan sa DSWD particularly, and also the women na mga empleyado sa other food na mga offices. So, sa katibukan po na DSWD. By that, kung ma-inform na sila ana, mahimo na pud namo sila o kani partner pod when it comes sa community kay para pod ang atoang level of knowledge mabutang pod siya sa mahatag or ma-share pod siya sa community.
so community based yung
Yes
target.
po.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
To RD Pensoy, sir, good morning. Jaira, sir, sa PTV. Sir, one question lang. Nano ba'y nag-apply for ng mga employer for exemption ani nga wage hike nato?
Thank you, Jaira. So far, karon na, wala ko kabalo ba si og nanay nag-submit sa RTWPB Secretariat. Wala pa yung nag-apply for petition. But at any rate, dili pa man nila na kay wala pa man mo full effect. I mean, wala pa man take effect jud ang iyang balaod. Kaya ang effectivity sa RB 1124, number 24, karon pa mang March 13. So diha na siguro na sila magpakita sila petition for any exemption. Pero kung ang pangutana kung napadiri karon nga naay nag-apply, wala. Kauban na ko karon sa RTWPB si Attorney Sharon ug si Kenneth. So na sila kung namoy mga pangutana, pwede niyo mapangutana po. Thank you, Jaira.
Pero tama RD no, na sila ay deadline for filing of
Yes, na sila yung deadline. 60 days ba? 75 days from the effectivity of the wage order. 75 days. Si Attorney Shannon is here.
Thank you, RD. To Ma'am Rose Ann, Ma'am, with regard sa kaning atong home for girls and women, kanin na nato ma-declare na graduate na ang isa ka client natong gina-accommodate or gina-servisohan.
So, graduate na or kanang ready na sila na igawas nato sa komunidad. Daghan jud kayo tagi-consider ana ma'am no. Sa case management natay ginatawag na mga social functioning indicator that all areas no sa katao ginalantaw na siya through those indicators. So for example, social, emotional, spiritual, physical no, so daghan ta gina-consider sa isa ka kliyente. And ikaduha ang kaandam sa pamilya o sa komunidad nga mudawat sa iyaha pagbalik or mudawat sa iyaha imigawas na niya sa pasilidad. Ug ang ikatulo, ang kaandam pod sa ato ang partner no nga local government unit tungod kay wala man napasabot nga tumugawas na siya sa ato ang shelter, siya na lang kundi i-turn over na mo no ang responsibilidad sa pag-monitor sa paghatag o ginatawag nato nga aftercare services sa mao nga kliyente para magpadayon kung unsa ang nasugdan sa sulod sa shelter hangtod na sa iyang pagawas para pod sa iyang ginatawag nato nga ma-regain no ang ato ang iyahang normal functioning isip sa ka-individual. So kung moingon tag timeline ma'am, all person has is individual no, unique ta. So dili nato siya maingon nga 6 months tanan, 8 months tanan, 1 year pwede na. So it's a case to case basis po.
So far man pila ka book atong naakaron
Sa pagkakaroon ma'am, aduna kay 16 kay 8 kabuok no nga mga gina-cater karon no, region wide kasi sa ma'am. Napod mi referral gawas sa region po.
and ang pinakabata nato nga ginaatiman.
Ang Home for Girls and Women naami age bracket na 7 to 59 years old. Pero naami newborn karon tungod kay amo ang women nga gina-cater, diha na nanganak sa amo ang facility, and sila na po nag-atiman together with the assistance of mga house parents no. So naami mga newborn months old, napod mi 2 years old, 3 years old.
Okay, ma'am, ako.
To RD, yung these are related sa Middle East because although hindi kay BMW but we have in case na worst comes to worst no. Meron ba tayong programa ang DOLE na reintegration para baka kung na itong uwian itong OFWs natin. Galing yung mga OFWs na nakatira dito sa dito.
Okay, thank you very much, classmate Rudolph. Before, ang mga flight sa ating overseas family of Filipino workers, DOLE ang gadala. But there is a new agency created, ang kanang Department of Migrant Workers. Focus nila ang mga OFW. Karon ang DOLE sa local employment na siya. But any questions as to mga OFW nga muuli na nandiri karon, the Department also of Labor there is a program for any of those individuals considered displaced and disadvantaged situations. Yung mga emergency employment namin na tinatawag namin. You really know it in TUPAD and also the integrated livelihood program. But again, I would say priority engagement is the Department of Migrant Workers. But DOLE, in relation to those displaced and disadvantaged, suppose natin mga OFW na naabot na diri, na nandiri sa Pilipinas, and with the mandate also of our office na i-cater sila, natay tawag na itong emergency employment. As long that it is properly profiled and it's past the requirements of all those requirements mandated by emergency employment program and integrated livelihood, and also with the corresponding funds for that implementation.
Oh, still related, no, kasi di ba ginakuha nating inflation as a source yung ating wage increase. With this Middle East crisis, baka mas may forecast pa na magtaas yung inflation mo. So what is our sapat ba tong wage increase to cover for that anticipated inflation?
Actually, the wage adjustment, the new wage order, has not anticipated this crisis in the Middle East. Yung situation natin na gitanaw nato, classmate, kaning situation nato sa region, yung socio-economic. And in relation to the question is as to whether or not we anticipate, di namin na-anticipate yung wage adjustment in relation to crisis in the Middle East. But if there is anything, it is also a discussion that must be sit by the members of the board. Kung masyado ng apektado, not only our regions, the whole regions also siguro sa Pilipinas, and the plight also of any economic situations here. If there is too much inflation, then probably the Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board Commission or board members and the NWPC may sit and discuss on that effect of any inflation that must be resolved on the crisis in the Middle East.
Okay, since wala na yung mga tao, we'd like to thank our guests no, for coming over, Ma'am Charlene, Ma'am Rose, and RD Randolph. Parting statement, we start with DSWD. Again, yung ating programa, this Women's Month activities.
Yes, so thank you for this opportunity kamihan sa PIA no sa pag-announce sa ato ang series of activities in line with the National Women's Month celebration. So remind lang po, so I would like to reiterate on March 6, no? So the International Women's Day, mga assembly at 6 a.m. dito ta sa Freedom Park, and then dito ta may short program sa Rizal Park. So, tanan na open to all women. And of course, sa tanang mga kababainhan, live like the Babaylans, be brave, wise, and inspiring. So, sa tanan pong mga kalalakihan, stands as our allies, support and uplift women every day. So, that would be all. Thank you po.
And dala lang ako ang ginauhag no ang tanan dili lang ang kababaihan makuaduna kita napansin or kaduda-duda sa ato ang komunidad nga nanginahanglag tabang tungod kay nabiktima or duda nato nga ginaabuso dili ta magduha-duha no nga mo report mangayo pagkitabang sa ato mga social workers sa ato ang police officers ug sa tanan nga masaligan nato sa komunidad. No, magtinabangay kita nga mahimong empowered nga mga babae tungod kay ang empowered women also empower women. Daghang salamat.
Thank you very much, PIA, akong classmates from the Philippine Information Authority and your team for giving us the opportunity to discuss and inform the public of our new minimum wage here in Davao Region, RB 11 number -24 for the private sector, for the non-agri, 540 na siya pag full implementation. The first tranche would be on March 13, the effectivity 525, and the full tranche would be on September 540. The agricultural first tranche niya, again I would say on March 13, so 515 and 525 on September 1. And for all the kasambahay, mayroon na tayong minimum wage, 6,500. And we also have to thank all my colleagues in DOLI sa employment and also the RTWPP. Also SM for providing us the venue. And also thank you also for my brother-in-law, he's present there, nandito si Joy, si Sabio. So, unsa ko ang misis, ako na lang ni ibatin, si Basuko ba? Kanang security guard na nag-storya, so na sa ko ang misis, ginikain. Wala ka dungog. So, pwede mo diya mo na diya sa smart and then you can approach him. Nagtabi siya. So, all of you, thank you very much. And I am also looking for the best implementations of this program of new wage adjustment. We are also praying for the cooperations, you, media, other agency, the DSWD, and everyone here to inform the public that we will have our new minimum wage. So that tabangi pod mi kay kung makita ninyo nga na mga violations, we will do it as mandated by our Article 128 of the Labor Code. Daghang salamat, mayong buntag.
Tanong ko if empleyado ako and hindi pinabigay sa akin, where will I report? Ako report non-compliance sa lalo ni mga employee. As by one of the si Carlo Ganina, naasa mo ang monitoring due by reason of our labor inspection. Isa sa mga violations siya. Pero kanang gitawag nato og nanabatay report na dili sila compliant. Actually, the mandate of DOLI is to see to it that they are all compliant. So naapay mga establishmento karon na on the process pa of curing or having the corrective measures to comply with our labor standard of minimum wage. So far, kay kung mahadlok man ni sila kung dili sila gitawag nato o dili sila compliant kay pwede man ka mubayad og kaduha, i-double indemnity, o pwede po ka mapailag civil, criminal o administratibo. So the question is as to whether or not there is non-compliance, there are establishments still in the corrective and in our pending case in our region. Okay, daghang kay salamat. Thank you so much to SMCP Davao for hosting kapen sa Davao. This has been Rudolph Alama. Happy Women's Month and happy araw ng Davao. Salamat. Ang salamat.